In some cases, the people paid to bring you the very latest news seem utterly ignorant of what is actually happening, and they deeply resent any attempt to bring them up to speed. Watch this MSNBC newsreader scold anyone who dares suggest that observable reality has changed in any way from 2 weeks ago.
Let's make something clear. Open for business is a sentiment. It's a sign. It's not real life. This isn't a snow day. We're not going to decide a week from now or 3 weeks from now, all right, everybody trot back to work. Look at Singapore. Singapore opened back up, and then they saw the largest daily jump to date. And who was it? It was blue-collar workers. We're not going to go back to work until public health experts weigh in here, until you have departments of health say, where are we organizing the infrastructure to have wide-scale case testing, where every person who's showing symptoms has someone from the health department go to their house, record their case, figure out who they spoke to, who they visited. That's how you address this. You have to do it in a public health policy way, or we are going to be in worse shape than ever. And business leaders aren't going to do what the president tells them what to do. You brought it up first. It was Adam Silver from the NBA who said, we're canceling the rest of the season. That was the first moment we had this great aha shift. And it's those frontline workers, not necessarily people who are sitting in a C-suite, who are putting themselves at risk every day. So when you look at the unemployment number, it's upsetting and it's jarring. But it also means that Americans are going home, which is what we need them to do. So when you look at the unemployment number, it's upsetting and it's jarring. But it also means that Americans are going home, which is what we need them to do. And what the government needs to do is figure out how are we going to get, whether it's PPP loans or unemployment benefits, how are we going to get them to the American people faster? Because I promise you, as you just said, people aren't getting the money that they need, at least not yet.
Steph, you're so right that there is no back-to-work federal signal in this country. And when the president talks about vast stretches of the country, entire regions that he could put back in the economy earlier than others, is that a signal to, like, ag and oil, that he's looking out for their industries?
Sure, maybe he's winking at them, but the president's showmanship, or, whether we're seeing the numbers overstated or understated, aren't going to play this time, because we're talking about life and death. People are dying. Grocery store employees are dying. And think about it, if he's mentioning this to people in the ag community, if you run a farm, you cannot run the risk that people you have out there working have the virus. They're spreading it to someone else. This is very serious business. So yes, the president is getting out there talking up a big game, and it makes the market go up and it makes the market go down. This is a perfect example of where the stock market and real life and the real economy are two very different things.
So 17 million people unemployed is actually a positive sign, they're telling you. It means Americans are doing, quote, what we need to do. If you find yourself saying something like that out loud, pause for a moment and listen to your own words.